Well, hello everyone, it's Mike here. I just want to welcome you back to Mr. Cast Iron, Weekends with Mr. Cast Iron, and we got a great show lined up for you tonight. Been looking forward to interviewing this gentleman, and so I'll go ahead and pull him on. Hey Dan, how you doing, buddy?
Doing real good, Mike. Thanks for having me.
Well, you're welcome. Glad you're here. Can you hear me okay? I can hear you pretty good.
Yeah, I hear you loud and clear.
Good deal, man. Looks like you're out on a lake somewhere.
Yeah, I'm out here on Brookville Lake in east central Indiana.
Brookville Lake in east central Indiana. Awesome. Boy, you're the envy of all of us. I can say that. I'd much rather be out there, wouldn't you, Teresa? We got Miss Cast Iron with us here. So, folks, we got Dan with Dan's Outdoor Cooking with us tonight. So, if you've not yet been to Dan's channel, we want to just welcome all you guys in the chat room first of all. But be sure and go over and check Dan's channel out. Stephen's with us. Stephen with Cooking with Stephen and Jacqueline. He's our moderator, so he's got a lot of the stuff up here where you can find Dan's information and be able to go check out his channel. Looks like Mark is with us from up in Maine, so good to see you, Mark. Cooking Birds here. Dutchy Cooking's popped in from the United Kingdom, so good to see that. Ian Good's here with us, so man, we got several of them popping in here. So anyway, good to see all of y'all, and like always, if you have a question or whatever for Dan, be sure and pop it up in the comment section. There's Cooking with this guy, Stephen. There's Jamie Mack over in Scotland. So, man, cooking with this guy, he's in Ireland, Dublin, Ireland. So, boy, we got people from all around the world today, Dan.
Hey, sounds great.
Yeah. Well, hey, would you care to...
channels that I love to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. There's Jeff, Tennessee Buck Outdoors. But anyway, we'll go ahead and get started. I know there'll be other ones pop in here in a little bit, but can you kind of just tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, my name's Dan, hence the name Dan's Outdoor Cooking. Yeah, I'm real original with names, but I'm 49 years old. I work out here at Brookville Lake. I work at Quakertown Marina. I've been here at this marina 26 years now. I do the buoy and dock maintenance here at the marina. I have a wife, a stepson, and a dog named Ava.
Dog named Ava. Wow, that's cool. There's grumpy old gringo popped in the chat room, Samantha Lewis. So good to see all you guys. And so like I said, if you got a question for Dan, be sure and pop it in there and try to put some question marks in front of it so I can spot it or whatever. But we'll just kind of go ahead and get started with some of the questions we have and see if we can't pick Dan's brain just a little bit. So what made you to decide to create a YouTube channel?
Well, it kind of happened by accident. I don't know if you ever watched Bill Gowdy's Outdoor Adventures.
Yeah.
He had a giveaway, and it was a camp-made 12-inch Dutch oven with the lifter, the coal starter. It was a real nice package, and I've watched YouTube for a long time, and I wanted another Dutch oven. I really wanted that one. I said, I'd love to enter it, but you had to do a video, to enter the contest.
Yeah.
So me, the wife, and boy, we were down at Natural Bridge, Kentucky hiking, and I always take my Dutch oven and stuff, and we cook. And I looked at the boy and I said, hey, let's shoot a video and see if I can enter this contest. And it had like 30 views, which back then sounded amazing to me.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I wonder if I do another video if anybody will watch it. And it just started like that. I tried to enter a contest, and then once I saw people actually watch the video, I made another one. And I was probably 4 or 5 videos into this before I realized, I'm kind of doing a YouTube channel.
Yeah, that's cool. So was that your initiation, I guess, if you will, into cast iron, or had you been cooking in cast iron prior to that, or grew up kind of like I did? My mother had I guess what you might call a 12-inch deep dish skillet. Some people call it a chicken fryer or whatever, but that's she fried a lot of chicken in it, and she made chili and different things like that. So I was kind of introduced to cast iron at an early age, but I really didn't get started on my own cooking probably till about 25, almost closer to 30 years ago. So was that...
Well, my mom never really cooked a cast iron or anything, and neither did my grandparents. But my grandfather had a 20-inch lodge that he took with him every year. He'd go out 2-3 weeks out to Colorado hunting every year, and that's what they cooked at the camp and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'd borrow it to do chicken fries and stuff like that for different charities and stuff. And just having one wasn't big enough, so I bought a 20-inch myself so I could have two 20 inches to cook a bunch of chicken. And that was my first piece that I ever bought myself. And then how I really got into cast iron cooking was my cheap T-foul stuff or whatever it is. The Teflon coating started coming off.
Yeah.
And I was going to have to buy a new set of cookware. And, you know, I did a little research on the internet and stuff and found out when that starts flaking off, you know, it's known to cause cancer and different stuff.
Toxic.
And so I bought a combo cooker is what it was called by Lodge. It has the shallow 10 1/4 skillet, the deep 10 1/4, and you can put the lid on and make a Dutch oven out of it.
Yeah, I've got one just like that.
And I started using it, and then I bought another piece, and I slowly replaced all my normal cookware with cast iron, and now I don't think I'd ever cook with anything but cast iron.
I heard
as far
that.
as stove and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I have my grills, I have my Blackstone, I have some smokers and stuff like that, but, you know, as far as frying an egg or anything, it's always in my cast iron.
Yeah. Little Eric popped in here. I don't know if you're familiar with Little Eric, but he's with us from Trinidad. He's about 6, maybe 6, almost 7 years old now, but he does some cooking videos, and he's always in here with us when he can be. And so, you guys, if y'all haven't ever been over to Little Eric's channel, be sure and go over and support him. He's got a little over 500 subscribers now and trying to move on up. So we try to help him every chance we can. We can't comment on his videos, but we can hit the like button and everything. So, and the same way here, guys, if you don't mind, just take a minute and reach down there and hit the thumbs up button on this video, and we certainly would appreciate that. Ian Good's got a question for you, Dan. He says, what's your favorite thing to fish since you're out there on the lake?
When I have time to fish, I usually crappie fish. I enjoy walleye fishing, and this lake's actually one of the better lakes for walleye in this area. The next closest is really Lake Erie. But I don't...
Uh-oh.
Am I still here?
Yeah, you froze up for a minute, but you're back.
I apologize. I'm probably about 3 football fields away from the router. Hopefully that doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah, it'll happen every now and then to us all, so that's okay. No problem. We'll just hang in here for you, but yeah, that's cool. Well, do you cook fish in your cast iron?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. You got any fish
Yeah,
videos?
actually, not yet, but I thought about filming myself do like a catch and cook video.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
The problem is every time I try to do it, I don't catch any fish.
Oh. That is a problem.
Oh, that would be my luck right there.
Keep trying. That'll be good.
Oh, that's funny right there. So how would you basically describe your channel then?
It's a cooking channel, mainly, and you know, I did do a review for Life Do, but I mean, I'm not going to make it a review channel or anything like that. Like I said, it's a cooking channel, just showing. I want to show people how easy cooking good food can be. It does not have to be complicated.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. What's one of the favorite things that you like to cook in cast iron? Can you hear me, Dan?
Yeah, I can hear you.
What's one of the favorite things you like to cook in cast iron?
I really love my chicken in cast iron. That caramelization that gets on the skin, you cannot deep fry chicken and make it taste like you can pan frying it. I love my pan fried chicken. Of course, you know, I like steaks in it, and I like everything. I mean, I didn't get fat by accident. I like to eat.
You're like me. Your belly demanded it, huh?
Exactly.
Oh, wow. Well, let me ask you this. Did you win the giveaway?
No, I did not. But I've already got like 7 camp-style Dutch ovens and stuff like that, so it's not like I needed another one. I just wanted another one.
Yeah. Cam and Teresa with Flour, Eggs, and Yeast just popped in here. Says, hi, everyone. Dan, I'm not familiar with your channel, but we will definitely be checking it out after this. Kindly, Teresa and Cam. So they'll be checking you out. And folks, if you haven't seen Dan's channel, be sure and go check it out and watch some of his videos. Give him a thumbs up and leave him a comment. Tell him you see him on over here on old Mr. Cast Iron's channel, and you know, hit that subscribe button if you're not yet subscribed. He's got some really good recipes and everything. So looks like Dave Grant's here, so good to see you, Dave. We're just now kind of getting started. So once again, folks, if you guys have a question for Dan, be sure and pop that in the chat room there with a bunch of question marks around it or whatever, or at Mr. Cast Iron or something like that where I can spot it, and we'll try to get it up here on the screen for Dan. But other than that, what was one of the most favorite or fun things you had that you created? What was one of the fun videos you made, Dan?
Probably the funnest one I did. Shane, Never Trust a Skinny Chef Shane, he had a son that died from cancer, and he got a bunch of people together to do a collaboration, you know, for like a cancer thing, and then you put the link in to donate money to the American Cancer Society and stuff. And my mother's a cancer survivor, and then there's been cancer in my family and stuff. So I made a chicken cacciatore for that, and which is one of my favorite meals to begin with. Yeah. But actually doing a video that was raising money for a good cause would definitely have to be the best video, I think, as far as personally, you know, because it went to a good cause.
Yeah, that's awesome. Jamie Mack says,
from the sun as it's set, and I apologize.
Oh, that's no problem. Jamie Mack said he just subbed to you, so you've gained at least one sub, and that's
I think got another one.
Yeah, I think Bud's Backyard said he's going to go check it out. He said you can't be too bad of a dude, you got a mustache, so he's going to go check you out. So that's our goal, to try to help each other out, you know, and make other people aware of your channel, as well as your people that follow you aware of us as well. So at least you got 2 you've gained there so far, so hopefully you'll get a few more here tonight. So we'll move on. You know, you talked about that collaboration you did there, but on your regular videos, how do you normally come up with your ideas or formulate your recipes to create a video about?
Really, it's stuff that we just enjoy eating. I mean, it's stuff I've cooked 100 times, and I'll brainstorm and I'll say, okay, you know, I've made 20 chicken videos, but how can I make a different chicken video? Right. And, you know, my wife's my guinea pig, you know, and I'll make it. And if she says that's not bad, then, you know, then I'll shoot a video and I'll say, okay, hopefully next week you're hungry for it again. Yeah. You know, although I mean, I've always read cookbooks and stuff. I've probably got 100 cookbooks at my house. I drive my wife nuts. We'll go to Goodwill or somewhere, and I go to the cookbook section. I'll leave 5 of them, and, you know, it's just...
Yeah.
But mainly stuff that we enjoy around the house.
I guess our wives are our guinea pigs, aren't they? I mean, I don't follow your lead there. I just basically cook it and we eat it, and I never, you know, test it out 1 week in advance to see if we need to shoot a video. I may just cook it and just record it as we're going and let Teresa be the guinea pig. So,
well, I've done quite a few that way. I have, but knowing that it's going to be our dinner also, like most of my original videos that I did in the Dutch ovens and stuff, I mean, the boy was a lot younger when I started my channel. Now he's 17. He works a job. He's never home. So now I'm really down to cooking for 2 instead of 3. So
Yeah.
it's hard for me to do the big Dutch oven cooks now. So now I am having to become a little more creative because I've always cooked a lot of food.
Yeah, that is a challenge. It's just me and Teresa, and sometimes I end up with leftovers I'm eating all week long, sometimes 2 weeks long,
My deep freeze has dates written on bags and stuff as I put them in there.
Yeah. Steve over at Dutchy Cooking says, just a quick note, May challenge for Cast Iron Wednesdays fajitas. That's actually how I found you. It was Cast Iron Wednesday, and I was watching some of your videos, and I had participated into that and added a video, and one of yours popped up, and I watched that, and that's when I subscribed to you. I forget exactly when it was. It's been a good while back now, but anyway, that was where I originally found your channel. And so just a reminder to everybody that does cook in cast iron, you're welcome to participate in that. All you have to do, of course, May is a fajita challenge, or not a challenge, it's just that's the month of May. You can make fajitas or whatever. And all you have to do is put hashtag Cast Iron Wednesday somewhere in the description or in the title or both, and that way it'll pop up, and they'll put it in a playlist where other people can see that. And it doesn't necessarily have to be what the flavor of the month is either. You can make just about anything in cast iron. And Sean over at Shovelhead 8 is actually the one that's kind of ramrods that deal. And anyway, he's the one that puts it in the playlist a lot of times. And Dee over at Native Tears was the one that created it. And but anyway, Sean puts it up whether you are part of that monthly challenge or weekly challenge or whatever, and as long as it's in cast iron, and you'll be on that playlist, so you'll get a lot of views from that, and everybody's welcome to it. So anyway, with that said, we'll move on here.
Ginger's here.
Yeah, Ginger Snap Kitchen.
Yeah, Ginger Snap.
Stephanie with Ginger Snap
Stephanie.
Kitchen. Yeah, that's our old friend there. So Lisa's Always Cooking's here with us too. So we got a bunch of people we've already interviewed that's popping in to support you and check you out. So that's good, Dan. Are you making any shorts?
No, I don't make shorts, and to be honest with you, I don't even watch them.
Okay.
My reason for watching someone's cooking video is to see how they cook it. 30 seconds, 60 seconds, I'm not going to learn anything.
Right.
I'll watch a 15-minute video before I'll watch a 45-second video.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, you're talking about cooking channels and recipes and things. You mentioned several guys there earlier, Dan Gowdy Bill Gowdy and different ones. What's some of the favorite channels, like some of the bigger name guys that you find yourself watching to try to get a little inspiration from, maybe?
Well, I don't know about bigger name, smaller name, or anything like that. But like you mentioned, Sean at Shovelhead 8, I watch every video he puts out. When one of these days I want to learn how to bake like he does. I'm terrible at baking because I like to put a pinch of this in, a dash of that, and when you bake, you have to follow the recipe almost exactly or you ruin it.
That's probably why I'm not much of a baker either.
Right. And I watch a lot of Daddy Dutch Barbecue when Kent does because, of course, I own 6 smokers at the house, and I love doing barbecue and everything. And I'm just a backyard hack at barbecue. He does the competition stuff, so I like, getting tips. I love Billy and Rhonda at Strong's Adventure. I laugh at all their videos. Them two, they should have their own variety show on TV. They're so funny.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that Billy's not in here. Usually he's in here on Sunday night with us. He may pop in here in a little bit, but they're a lot of fun.
He texted me the other day and said he'd be here. See, and a lot of these guys I've made friends over the years and everything.
Right.
me and Billy, we have each other's phone numbers. Me and Kent, which is Daddy Dutch Barbecue, and we bounce stuff off of each other and everything. Or like me and Billy, sometimes it's just to say, "Hey, are you still staying safe? Are you doing good?" I know Rhonda there for a while. She was working 1,000,000 hours and stuff, and then she got you
You
I've
just
met so many friends through this.
yeah. Yeah, you just faded out there for just a little bit talking about Rhonda, but yeah, that's the same way with me. I've got, and I try, but a lot of times I forget to ask everyone that I interview, for their phone number so I can text them, or they can text me, and we can check on each other and make sure everybody's doing okay. I've got several, like Big Rob, Barbecue Pit Dog, and Coleman, and different ones that, Dutchy Cooking, we stay in touch quite a bit, Steve there, and just different ones. I mean, several. And it's really good. It's a great community of people here at YouTube. And I mean, you gain a bunch of friends here. And that's what I really enjoy about doing these interviews. We get to know each other a little better. I mean, we can sit and watch the video, and it's great, and we get some inspiration from the video or whatever the person's cooking. But to really get to know the backstory of that person or whatever is what I really get into. Mm-hmm. And we just have a good time here doing that, and everybody's learned so much about each one. And I'm just looking through the chat here. All these people, when they create a video, I notice through the comment section, because when I go to someone's video, I read nearly every comment that is placed on that video, and I notice all these names are there supporting their fellow creator, and that's just such an awesome thing to see.
Yeah, go down.
What did I miss?
Comment that new ones.
Well, I wanted to
Okay,
recognize
go ahead.
JD. Howdy all from Georgia. Just subbed to Dan's channel. So JD, good to have you with us. What did I miss, baby?
No, damn. Right there.
Coleman, okay.
Yeah.
Coleman says, it has become a YouTube family. That's right. Let's see. I thought I missed something else there. Anyway, we'll move on. I'm sure you're like the rest of us, though. I mean, we got a lot of people we watch, on cooking, but I'm sure you probably got a lot of people that you like to watch that's not cooking channels or whatever. Can you elaborate a little bit on that with us?
Can you repeat that? I apologize, but everything froze up for about 3 seconds on my
No,
end.
that's not a problem at all. I was just saying, I know we like to watch a lot of cooking channels and support our friends, but I'm sure you have other type channels you like to watch. What other type of channels do you watch on YouTube besides cooking?
Well, I love watching boating fail videos. Even though I watch silly people do silly stuff on boats all the time, I'll watch those. I mean, because I can relate to them. People trying to back trailers down boat ramps and block the whole ramp. I watch a little bit of everything, but I would say 90% is cooking videos, just because I've always loved to cook, even since I was young.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to think what. Well, I mean, there's a few bushcrafters that I watch, just because I like the outdoors and everything.
Right.
There's a few people that go hiking, and they'll show hiking trails and stuff, because I really enjoy hiking also. And, those are usually long videos. They even editing, they're about half hour long to show a good hiking trail. But I'll watch them to see if I want to travel there and hike,
Yeah. That's cool. We got Wendy with us, Simply Wendy. Live, Love, and Bakes with us. So good to have you, Wendy. Certainly appreciate you being here with us. Make yourself at home. Well, just a few more questions about your YouTube channel, and then we'll kind of move on to some other things. But, I'm sure you probably have some type of goals for your channel. What do you have any kind of short-term goals that you're looking at trying to accomplish this year or this month maybe, or whatever?
To be honest, I had a lot of goals until the pandemic hit.
Yeah.
And ironically, when everybody else was sitting at home watching YouTube videos, everybody went out and either bought a boat or a camper.
Yeah.
And all last summer, I mean,
Froze up on me again.
7 days a week, this lake was a zoo last year.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be just as busy this year.
Mm-hmm.
So I've kind of put a pause a little bit on my goals because I'm not able to put out a weekly video. So I'd say as far as short-term goals, get back to putting a video out every week, having time to do it.
Yeah.
Because I thoroughly enjoy doing them. I thoroughly enjoy responding to each and every comment. I mean, I love doing it, but like right now, I'm getting 1 day off a week, and I have 3 yards to take care of on my 1 day off a week, plus catching up with everything else, all my chores around the house.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just that, plus if Mother Nature decides to rain on a Tuesday, because that's my only day off I take,
Yeah.
then I'm not outside cooking.
Well, you kind of mentioned to me, and let me just acknowledge this. Dave's got to bounce out. Dave Grant, he's a new friend I've got to know a little bit and getting to know a little bit better. But anyway, Dave's got to go bounce out and cook, start dinner, he says. So take care, Dave. Glad you was here while you could. Craig from Behind the Garage Barbecue popped in, our good friend out in Rhode Island. Is it Rhode Island? Yeah, Pawtucket, Rhode Island. But anyway, you mentioned to me that you're living somewhere else right now. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Last year, ironically, right before the pandemic started, me and the wife had sold the houseboat we had. And then the pandemic started, and we decided, okay, isolate and do all the good stuff you're supposed to do. So we purchased another houseboat, and we're converting it. Well, we did convert it into a liveaboard. And from last week of June until first week of November, we lived on it last year. And then first week of April, we've already moved back on it. We're staying on it every night. We commute. Well, I walk up the hill to work. She commutes to work. And that's also because I have limited space on a houseboat and everything, and all my cast iron and all my good stuff is at the house. That also contributed to putting a video out a month instead of a video out a week.
Yeah, that's cool. That would be interesting, man. I think I could enjoy living out on a houseboat like that. But our friend Plain Old Chuck popped in here.
If I want to go fishing, I walk out the door.
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely.
And look at this view behind me.
I know. That's what I'm talking about right there. Plain Old Chuck popped in here. He says he almost missed it. We're just kind of getting rolling here. But anyway, he's another cast iron cook friend of ours in Cast Iron Wednesday. So who else did I miss there?
Awesome guy. Love it. And I watch all his videos, and we correspond, and we'll mail each other different spices, seasonings, and Chuck is awesome. I live from where I'm at right now, I'm 10 minutes from Ohio, but unfortunately he lives on the other side of Ohio.
Okay. Well, Chuck, we're glad you're here, my friend, and looks like in the kitchen with Karen's with us also. Michelle Ann's popped in here, so got quite a few people that's popped in here to check you out, so that's great. But we talked about one more thing I want to ask you about your goals. Now, you mentioned that about getting back to doing it. Long term, you said, you initially just started out to make a video to enter a giveaway, and it's turned into a YouTube channel. So I know you enjoy it. I've watched a lot of your videos. I don't always comment on every one of them, but I've watched a bunch of them, and I know you enjoy it. So are you looking to hang in there for the long run?
I would love to be doing this when I have more gray hair than I already have.
Yeah, well, it'll slip up on you quicker than you think, that's for sure.
Well, I got bad lighting tonight, evidently, but yeah, I'm full of gray. Maybe it's a good thing I got bad lighting.
Yeah, that's right, I hear you. How are you filming your videos?
Oh.
Every video.
iPhone, yeah.
No, this is a older Samsung.
Oh, okay.
Samsung.
Screen, I don't know if you can tell, screen's all busted up, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
It's not pretty, but neither are my videos. So,
I think you do a great job, man.
Yeah.
Let me pull that comment off there. I'm slipping up on my job here, Dan. Did we miss any more questions here?
No, I don't think so. Just everybody saying hi to each other.
Somebody said, I think it was Dutchy. Let me find that. Dutchy said he had texted you or something to make sure you was okay because you was out. Yeah, here it is. He said, yeah, I noticed Dan disappeared for about 4 months. I sent him a message to check that he was all
yes,
good.
He did.
So.
Actually, several people did. And that's what I love about the YouTube community. A lot of people were checking on me, and I appreciate each and every one of them. I really do. And it meant a lot to me that they were checking on me. But like I said, when everybody else was sitting at home because everything closed, well, they decided to come out here to the lake.
Yeah.
It made my work a lot harder.
Yeah. I recently checked on a guy I haven't seen lately. I interviewed him back a good while back. Dave with DeBomb Smokes, and he was all good. He emailed me or texted me. We got our numbers and we text each other. But anyway, he's doing all right. So it's good to have people to check on you. Let's see, we got Rhonda Strong here, so Billy must be hijacking Rhonda's, I don't know. Hey, Dan, Billy's driving home from his mom's. He's listening when he has a signal. Okay, so Rhonda's taking cover for Billy. He's trying to get here, so I was surprised he wasn't in here. But good to have you, Rhonda. Good to see you. So
love the both of them. They are awesome people.
I do too, man. I just love watching their videos and. Man, she's an awesome woman to have to put up with him. You know what?
Oh, and she's great at forging his signature because I know that Christmas card I get every year that says from Billy and Rhonda, I'm sure it's Rhonda signing Billy's name.
Yeah, I figure so. Yeah. If everybody's seen my chicken scratching, they'd know Mrs. Cast Iron's the one that's signing all of our stuff. But anyway, Steven, cooking with this guy, says... that smash burger on the Blackstone that you did was amazing.
Oh, the barbecue bacon ranch. Yes, that's actually one of our favorite ones with that Frank's Red Hot ranch seasoning. It's buffalo ranch seasoning. If you like buffalo ranch flavor, season your hamburger with it. It is amazing. I like it a lot. And then bacon, of course, makes everything better.
Oh, it always does. That's absolutely the truth,
Yes.
man. Stephanie says, I was a couple minutes late, so I thought Dan was intentionally appearing in a silhouette because he didn't want to be on camera. I thought it was a great idea. Yeah. She makes videos and doesn't show her face, but we got her on camera here, man.
Yes,
We interviewed her, and so I love it. But anyway.
I'm in the witness protection program.
Yeah, Michelle Ann said she went over and subscribed to you, so you got 3 out of here. Folks, if you've not yet been to Dan's channel, be sure and go check him out. Check out some of his videos after the show tonight now. And be sure and give him a thumbs up and leave him a comment. Tell him you've seen him on over here at old Mr. Cast Iron's channel. And subscribe to him if you haven't yet, and I know he'll certainly appreciate that. And while we're talking about that, if you've not yet clicked the thumbs up button on this channel, we'd ask that you do so, and we'd appreciate that. So Dutchy says that you like some heat in your cooking.
Yes, I do like a little spice in my food.
Yeah.
Most of my recipes either have a hot sauce in it or crushed red pepper flake or jalapenos, habaneros. I mean, yes, I do like spice.
Yeah. Ian Good. Yeah, well, I do too. Yeah, I love it. Ian Good said spicy's the way. Plain old Chuck says, I did a pork chop Dutch oven cook for Wednesday next month. It's fajitas. That'll be a first, yeah. So, yeah, like I said, guys, anybody that cooks in cast iron, you're welcome to come over and do a cast iron cooking video with us. Just be sure and put hashtag cast iron Wednesday.
I don't know what
Yeah,
that
Stephen, BRB, be right back.
Oh, I didn't know what that meant.
Let's see here. Mark up in Maine, my old buddy, he likes to pick on me. Mark keeps me in place. I love Mark, man. He's a good dude. He's always keeping me in check. So, we got to have that in this business. You know what I mean, Dan?
Oh, yeah.
But he says the brats and beer with onions and pepper was great too. What's any better than beer and brats?
Yeah, that's so simple to do. Even though it kind of hurts my feelings to pour beer in something other than my mouth, to put it in the food.
Yeah.
That if you're new to Dutch oven cooking or country style ribs, bratwurst, anything like that. Plus, the Dutch ovens are so forgiving. I mean, as long as you don't just throw them in the middle of the fire and dump every coal on them. Yeah. I mean, that's what I love about Dutch oven cooking is even a guy like me can do it. So you don't have to be simple.
Like Billy and Rhonda always say, or Billy always says, ain't no loving like Dutch oven loving,
Exactly.
Jamie Mack said he's a spicy wimp. So anyway,
a spice wimp.
Or a spice wimp, a spicy wimp, I guess. But anyway, we're going to be interviewing Jamie Mack coming up pretty soon. So, matter of fact, I guess if you don't mind, Dan, I want to show everybody your channel for just a minute. And do you know exactly what your most popular video, most viewed video is?
Dutch oven cooking for beginners.
Dutch oven cooking for beginners, huh? All right, let me go in here and pull up sort it by the most popular. Okay, Dutch oven cooking for beginners got 12,000 views. You made that 2 years ago, and I think that was country style ribs, wasn't it? I've watched that before.
Yes.
Yeah, and then you got the Ozark Trail 5 quart. Dutch oven beer brats. So yeah, you got several good ones here. I've watched many of them. It doesn't show that they showed up because I deleted and rebooted my cache out of all this at one time. And it reboots
I saw that chicken
YouTube.
pot pie. That was good.
Yeah. So that's a bunch of good recipes there. Let me go over to your about section here and looking at it. And says having fun in the outdoors. I love sharing my cooking with family and friends. If you enjoy watching my videos, please subscribe and like. And there's his address and everything, an email address if anybody would like to email him. So good to see that. But anyway, we'll get back out of this if I can.
It's a nice view.
Stop it. Okay, we stopped sharing our screen. One other quick thing real quick I want to share before we move on, Dan, if you don't mind. Let me show everybody here our lineup. Of course, tonight's Dan's Outdoor Cooking. Next Sunday night will be Chef Grace. Chef Grace's Place is going to be with us. We got John from Skull and Mortar coming up on Mother's Day the 9th. And then Jamie Mack in the house on the 16th. Ian Good's going to pop in with us on the 23rd. And then my moderator, Cooking with Stephen and Jacqueline, is going to bounce in on the 30th for us. Friend of mine over the hometown that I grew up in, Mike Baker, is going to be on June the 6th. Then we've got Pinch of Cooking. Lana is going to pop in. I've got her nailed down to the 13th of June, and so we've got a pretty good lineup. I've got several other people that I'm in talks with, so we're going to try to get them going. And everything. We'll get that schedule up and we'll show you that when the time comes. But anyway, we'll go ahead and move on here. I'll quit rambling on. Do you use any kind of external microphone or anything with your phone while you're recording, or you just use a microphone off the phone?
It depends. If I know I'm going to be walking around grabbing different ingredients and stuff and being away from my phone a little bit for part of the video, I have one of those Boya wireless mics. And as long as I remember to plug it in properly. I have several videos where I had to do a voiceover because I didn't plug it in properly. But
yeah,
if I didn't mess something up in one of my videos, it wouldn't be a Dan's video.
Yeah. Well, I was going to ask you that too. You know, do you do everything live, or do you do some voiceovers or anything?
I try to do everything, live. You can't do really one take on it. I mean, as far as not editing, otherwise they'd all be 40-minute videos. But I edit very little out. If I make a mistake, I'll tell you right there in the video I made a mistake.
Yeah.
I mean, I want everybody to know that I'm not the guy on the food channel. I'm not pitching behind me or anything like that. I'm outside. I'm cooking it. If I make a mistake, I'm going to tell you, oops, I did this, so don't follow that part of it.
Yeah.
And I just want people to know that cooking's easy.
Yeah, that's right. Grilling and chilling with Coleman. My buddy Coleman's sucking up tonight. He says, I love how Teresa keeps Mike in line during the show. So anyway, he's sucking up. Rhonda, she's got my back. She says there's only 15 thumbs up. So folks, you need to go down and hit the thumbs up button on this video. And if you don't mind, this live stream, we appreciate you. Certainly do. Anyway, how do you, we talked about how you record, we talked about microphones and everything, but how do you edit your videos, Dan?
I use that, what is it called? Hold on one second.
Okay.
It's right here.
You knew I'd ask that, didn't you?
Well, actually, yeah, because I have my cheat sheet right here, too, that I forgot the answer. Filmora Go is what I use.
Filmora Go, wow. Yeah.
And I did pay the extra for the to get the watermark off, just because I didn't want the watermark on there.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that's like $6 a year to get the watermark off, and that might sound silly, but to me, I wanted the watermark off.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it opens up, when you step up to a paid version, it opens up other features and everything too. It's just like here in StreamYard. I pay for StreamYard, and that way I can put my Skillet head up here in the top right-hand corner, and I can add these backdrops and do so many other things because, I use it every week, and I really like StreamYard because there's no software to download. It's all cloud-based, and so what did I miss this time, Mrs. Cast Iron? Right. I want Coleman to know you're keeping me in line here.
I think that's the one. No, right here. I'm using Dan's spices.
Okay. I got to pick on her a little bit. I'm still using Dan's spices he sent me from Uncle Steve's Shake. I try to give him a little plug each time. So I guess you sent Chuck some spices from Uncle Steve, and he's still using them.
Yeah, he had made a comment several times on when I'd use Uncle Steve's Shake that, man, I'd love to try those. Man, I'd love to try those. So I just went ahead, and of course I already had his address because we had corresponded and sent each other some stuff. I just went to Uncle Steve's website, entered everything as I was him, and had it shipped to his house.
Yeah, there you go. That's cool.
Then the funny thing is, I text him after I knew they should have arrived, and he goes, "Oh, I'm glad you told me you sent those because I couldn't remember ordering them."
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, it's good to get things from time to time. We've got stuff laying around here that I haven't even. Matter of fact, I need to probably just go ahead and put my Uncle Steve's hat on while I'm here tonight. So he pops in every now and then on our show and everything. So Mark's picking on you a little bit. He says turning an omelet into scrambled eggs without skipping a beat was refreshing. So
that was one of my videos. See, even if it's a fail, it's still going on my channel.
Yeah.
And go to plan B.
Yeah.
That's right. Learn from it.
I love that because, it just shows the uniqueness of us and the, being authentic and original, that we're all human and we make mistakes. And so, I really appreciate you doing that. I do it from time to time when I mess up. I just keep rolling with it.
You do.
Teresa's like, you going to edit that out? No, probably not. So, but anyway, Chuck said he uses Filmora Pro. It was the only one he could figure out how to use, I guess. So,
well, that's half the reason I use it, because it's super simple.
Yeah.
And for me, I'm not computer savvy at all. It has to be as simple as possible.
Yeah.
The wind's
Yeah.
starting to blow some of my stuff around. I apologize.
Yeah. Well, I was just going to tell you, too, you printed out them answers you said, but those are just suggestions. That may not be all the questions I ask you.
Never know.
Yeah, I still like to study for everything.
Yeah, I know. I always send them to everybody. They're just, I mean, I do try to stick closely to it, but I mean, we get way off there a lot of times. But cooking with this guy, Steven says, cast iron skillet head. Love it. Yeah, that's me, old skillet head there. So, let's see here. Love Dan's approach. I do the same thing. Yeah. So you just got to roll with it. I mean, you can't be perfect all the time. If we did, we'd all be, no telling what kind of channel. But anyway, we'll move on. Hey, what was one of the hardest videos that you recorded?
The one that threw me the most fits is probably, I've got a cast iron, it almost looks like a casserole dish, but it has a lid and stuff. And I was doing a stuffed pork loin in it. And I've done stuffed pork loin 1,000 times in my life.
Yeah.
Well, 15 minutes into it, I check everything always on my grill. Unfortunately, just not the gas bottle. And I ran out of gas.
I hate it when that happens.
So I go to the garage to grab my other gas bottle, and I remember that I forgot to go fill it up. So while I'm driving, I exchanged both bottles at the gas station, which I hate to do, but our local place was already closed for the evening, where I just get them refilled. Come back, think it's going good and everything, and somehow I just scorched the bottom of it. Still finished the video, still pulled it out, cut it, and by the time I got done, my back porch, I really have no lighting. You think I look dark in this? You should see me at 11:30, 12 o'clock at night with no lights trying to show you something going, oh, doesn't this look delicious?
Yeah, really.
And you can't see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That one threw me fits.
Oh, Mark's picking on me a little bit more. He says, as long as I don't start singing again, you can make all the mistakes I want.
Yes.
So appreciate you, buddy. As I always say, with friends like y'all, I don't need any enemies, right? So anyway, that's okay, man. I've got big shoulders. I can take it. You can pick on me a little bit.
Good question.
What we got?
Jamie Mack.
Jamie Mack's got another one for us. Says, what's the one thing Dan hasn't cooked but wants to?
I don't know. I've cooked a lot of stuff in my life. I'd like to bake a cake. I've never baked a cake in my life.
Yeah.
Really?
Right. Yeah, and I watched Sean from Shovelhead 8 do cakes, pies, all that stuff. Like I said, it's something you have to follow exact recipe.
Yeah.
And that just doesn't compute in my head that well. I like a pinch of this, a dash of that.
Yeah.
So I've honestly never baked a cake in my life.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've cooked a lot of stuff. I've even cooked exotic stuff like alligator, buffalo, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
Billy says, keep talking for another 15 minutes. I mean, we're bumping right up against an hour. Are you able to stay with us for a little while longer?
yeah, that's fine. Not a problem.
Okay. All right. Well, cool. We got some bakers in the house. Here's some right here. Teresa and Cam, flour, eggs, and yeast. They make cakes and stuff. She made a cake one time. I don't even remember what it was called, man. It was just, it was dripping all off. The icing was dripping off of it. It was the craziest looking thing I've ever seen. I've never seen it. Karen does the same thing in the kitchen with Karen and Stephanie. Yeah.
So many here.
But, I'm not much of a baker either. Teresa makes some sweets from time to time, but y'all need to get on to her. She's diabetic. She don't need to be making that. So, but anyway, hey, I forgot to tell everybody. Last week we got some real good news from Teresa. She does not have blood clots in her lungs anymore. So thank y'all for praying for her. And so she got off of the blood thinner medicine.
Thank you.
And but she's got gallstones, and they're looking at probably taking her gallbladder out next week. So or coming up on May the 3rd, I think it is. But anyway, so go ahead and keep her in your prayers. But as far as the blood clots since COVID, that's all gone. So she's breathing better, doing better, and as Mark says, Coleman says she's keeping me in line, and so we're doing
Thank
good
y'all.
there. So appreciate that. All right, well, we'll kind of move on here a little bit. I got a couple more technical questions for you, if you don't mind. Out of all of your library of videos, what's your favorite?
My favorite to actually cook, that I cook all the time, and actually I just made last night for some people on the dock and everything, is probably my Firecracker shrimp recipe. I love that recipe. Last night we made some rice to put it on a bed of rice. I've put it in noodles and eaten it straight out of the bowl before. That, in the summertime when you get fresh radishes, I love sauteed radishes with the red onion. I know you had Lee on here a couple of weeks ago, and he said that's the one food he won't eat.
Yeah.
But I cooked them for him. I mean, it is like candy. The sugars come out in those radishes, and they taste so sweet. I love cooking them because I love eating them.
Yeah. Yeah, Lee, he wasn't too keen on that, was he?
No, not at all.
Plain old Chuck says I made a bacon wrapped casserole once that came out looking like a bowling ball. It was just as hard, LOL. So, yeah, I think we all do something like that similar from time to time. There's something else I seen. Oh, yeah, we got Jeff Bird here, new to our channel. So good to have you with us, Jeff. Says my favorite of Dan's was the patty melt. I never saw one done that way, so I tried it and loved it. So...
that's kind
deal.
of an Indiana thing. Around here, a patty melt is not a hamburger patty. We call a hamburger patty with cheese on it a cheeseburger around here.
Right.
The patty melt you actually make with the chopped beef, and then you put all the cheese in it, and it melts together. Then you form a patty of that gooey goodness, and by the time you put it on the bread, I mean, it forms a patty. But I mean, I think it's more flavorful. And plus, it's the way I grew up eating them.
Yeah. That's cool, man. That's a good deal. Let's see, where was that at?
What?
Grumpy old GOG, we call him, grumpy old gringo. Says, so glad to hear that the blood clots are gone. Yeah, thank you, sir. Appreciate that. No doubt. Rhonda, she's mooning somebody. No, them's praise hands. I thought that was somebody mooning somebody there for a minute. That's kind of what it looks like. Now look at that.
It's not. It's
That does too. My goodness.
oh my.
Sorry, Rhonda. My face is red for you. I'll just say. But anyway, it did look like that to me. I don't know, man. These reader glasses ain't helping me much.
No.
Anyway, Billy Ghost has popped in the house with us. Good to have you, or Billy's Ghost. So, Dan, what is your go-to Dutch oven in terms of size and manufacture? That's a good question.
Yeah, it is.
Well, it used to always be my Camp Made 14, because we'd always have a crowd and stuff like that. And then, now that it's just me and the wife, I do most of the cooking for. If I pull out the Dutch oven, it's my little 10-inch. I have a 12-inch Lodge that I like, that I'll cook with at the house. I don't even think I've put it in video, to be honest with you. But like the Camp Made stuff and other things, I'll bring out here to the lake. But the 14 was always my go-to, and it's a 14 deep. So,
Yeah.
I mean, you can feed a lot of people with that.
Yeah.
I'd love to get a 16, but I'd have to hire someone to carry it for me.
Yeah, man, that stuff's heavy when you get that big, isn't it? I've got a 14 that, man, I tell you what, if you fill it up, if you're cooking out on a fire pit or whatever, you fill that dude up, man. I mean, you got something in there for sure. I've made a stew one time. Well, I made several things in it, but it's just getting to be where it's too heavy to do. And of course, like you were saying earlier, and us too, it's just me and Teresa. So I don't need to make anything that big hardly anymore. But I think that video, we were actually making it for some people during COVID and was taking it around to some of the people that were shut in, like some of the people from our church and different places around town. And so, but yeah, it gets heavy, no doubt. Well, I'll tell you what, that was a good question that he brought up. So let's just go in that direction if you don't mind, Dan. I know you talked about your Blackstone earlier and different things. I know you're a cast iron man. What is some of your favorite cooking? What is one of your favorite, I guess? And you probably already answered that, but what's your favorite piece of cooking equipment? Whether it be the oven, a grill, a smoker, a certain size cast iron.
My favorite one by far. My favorite one by far has to be when my grandfather passed away. My mother gave me his 20-inch Lodge that he had bought brand new in the late 50s.
Wow.
Still had the original box and had the receipt and everything in the box.
Wow.
By far, that is my favorite, my most cherished.
I would say so.
The one I use most at the house, I've got a number 7 Erie. It's a Series 2, so it's about 130 years old. Still flat as heck, but it's a little 7. You throw 2 or 3 eggs in it, slice of bacon or 2. But I mean, I think it's cool to be able to cook on something that's 130 years old that still functions perfect.
Yeah. Well, I got to ask you this question because everybody picks on me about it, but do you use an air fryer?
What's an air fryer?
Yeah,
there you
exactly.
No, I do not. I don't own one.
Yeah.
And if Boog's watching, Booger, I love your channel. I watch you do air frying stuff, but I do not own one.
She is the AF, the air fryer queen, ain't she?
Yes, indeed.
Jeff Bird says you got a cute little oven, practically a butter dish. So I'm not sure what he's trying to tell you there, but apparently if it was Stephanie's, it'd be a pink oven. But,
yeah.
Stephanie uses everything. All of her utensils are pink. You don't have any pink utensils, do you, Dan?
I'm a happily married man, so I'm sure there is some around the house somewhere.
That's right.
I'm just not real sure. But if they're not pink, they're going to be purple because that's the wife's favorite color.
Oh.
Yeah.
And as long as it's a cooking utensil, it could be 12 different colors. I don't care.
Yeah. Cooking with this guy, Stephen's got to go. He's over in Ireland, and it's probably about midnight or 1 o'clock over there now. I forget. And so anyway, we appreciate you being here with us always, Stephen. He's such a good sport, man. We interviewed him a good while back, too.
Lisa's needing a Blackstone now, too. That was kind of...
Says, first I need an air fryer, then I'll need a Blackstone. My wish list is growing thanks to my YouTube friends.
Yeah,
hey,
all
that's,
your
friends. What's
friends
are for, Lisa, I mean, we're here to help out any way we can, So, anyway.
That's Dutchie's.
Dutchie will probably have to bounce out, too.
Right
It's
here,
midnight.
he's saying right here.
Looks like the sun's setting on Dan. The sun set a long time ago here in the UK. It's now 1 o'clock, so time to call it a night. Great chatting with Dan. Catch you all soon. Steve, we appreciate you, buddy. You be careful, man. We always appreciate you being here with us, and take care, and we'll stay in touch. So, tell us a little bit about your Blackstone. Do you enjoy, I've watched you, but I know you got to enjoy cooking on that. But some of the guys that I've been talking to, my nephew's got a big one. My brother-in-law, Teresa's brother, both of her brothers actually have them, and everybody keeps telling me they're having trouble with them getting real hot. Do you have that trouble?
No, I do not. The one thing you have to do, but I know people that do have trouble with it. It's a low pressure valve on the regulator. Make sure that your everything's turned off when you turn your gas bottle on.
Right.
A lot of times, if you accidentally have a burner on and you say, "Oh, I forgot to turn my gas bottle on," and you turn it on, the regulator will think the gas is coming out too fast, and it's there to regulate the gas flow, so it'll choke it down. Sometimes when I change a bottle out or something, I do get that problem. So what I'll do is I'll unhook it, turn the bottle off, unhook it, hook it back up, and do it again. But for the most part, no. And I've got several Blackstones now.
Yeah.
I just put a new 22-inch on the back of the houseboat. But believe it or not, I used to laugh at all the Blackstone people. My Blackstone was my griddle, my cast iron griddle.
Yeah.
I put on my 2-burner camp stove. And I think I even mentioned in one of my videos, this is the original Blackstone for all you guys going out buying Blackstones.
Yeah.
And then one of our local hardware stores had the 17-inch on clearance. And at the price I couldn't refuse.
Yeah.
So I bought it. Now, of course, I take my camp stove, I take some cast iron pans, take a Dutch oven, but I also pack my Blackstone when we go down to Kentucky hiking or go other places because, even if we're staying at a hotel, I'll go out to the parking lot, set up my table, and I cook right out there in the parking lot.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give those fast food joints all my money when I can.
Yeah, absolutely. Billy's Ghost says, Dan, do you ever cook with briquettes? And if so, what brand do you like and what brand do you avoid?
I cook with briquettes a lot on my Dutch ovens just because I can get a more even heat and everything. And I always use Kingsford or try to. I refuse to use anything that has the lighter fluid already manufactured in it. I just think that the odor that comes off of that, if it gets in your food, that's going to add a bad taste to your food.
Yeah. Let's see here. Grumpy old Gringo says, I think the Camp Chef is better than the Blackstone in my humble opinion. Let's see. Plain old Chuck says, Buddy at camp has a 17, but I haven't tried it yet, so... well, I know that's the thing that I've been hearing lately is, some of them are having trouble. One side of the burner or the other is not getting hot enough. And
on the 17, it just has one H-style burner, or H-shaped burner is what I meant to say. Where like the 22 that I just put on the boat has two H-shaped burners. The 28 that I have at the house has the two H-shaped burners, and then the 36 that we have up here at work that we cook our lunch on has the 4 individual burners.
Yeah.
And yes, I do cook on Blackstones,
Yeah. Coleman says, what are your thoughts on aluminum Dutch ovens, and do you have one?
I've never used one, and no, I do not. I guess if I actually went backpacking and stayed deep in the woods, maybe I'd have a use for one. But when we go hiking, I like sleeping in a bed anymore, not on the ground.
Yeah.
So I'm back at a hotel. So I bring my regular cast iron ones. So I really don't have an opinion on them because I've never even used one.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, talking about that, not having that, do you have a piece of equipment that you would like to have that you don't own?
Not an air fryer.
I hear you. Hey, I got two if you need one, okay?
No.
Oh, no? Okay, never mind. Sorry about that. I retract that.
I would like to have one of those outdoor pizza ovens, maybe. Dome, all this fire in there. You throw the pizza in there, and not that I'd use it a lot, but I think they just look cool, and I think I could make a cool video with that fire going in there.
Yeah. I think Cam and Teresa fly our eggs and yeast if they're still in here. I think Cam has one of those.
Does it Coleman have one too?
Coleman may have one too. I'm not sure.
Does he have the aluminum Dutch oven?
He does
too?
have the aluminum Dutch oven because he asked me about it and I looked that up. Anyway, let's see where are we at here. Jeff says, I love my 22-inch Blackstone, but Camp Chef and Rhino is also good. Yeah, so that's cool. Hey, what's your favorite, breakfast, lunch, or dinner? Oh, well, we call it supper over here. I don't know what you call it over there, but
Well, I see your Razorback coffee cup, and I'll tell you, I do Arkansas blood in me, and we call dinner is what you eat in the afternoon. Supper is what you eat in the evening.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
definitely have supper.
Yeah.
When I get off of work, I like to sit down to a good meal because a full belly puts me to sleep real good.
Yeah. I hear you. I hear you. Well, what do you like to eat? What's one of the favorite things you like to eat for supper?
We cook a lot of chicken just because it's healthier and stuff. But if I had my choice, I'd have a steak every night. I mean, I love steak. A good medium rare steak is just, perfect to me.
Yeah, I heard that. What's your favorite cut of steak?
I like the ribeye. Yeah,
me too, brother. Fattier the better for me, man. I just love rendering that fat up in that ribeye, and man, my wife, I'm gonna have to give her some kudos here, sitting beside me now. I know Coleman's been sucking up to her, but I'm gonna have to suck up too now. She says I make a better steak than some of the restaurants do, so she just loves my fatty ribeyes, man.
Well, and if you watch my videos, you know that they're not cardiologist approved. I mean, even if I'm making chili, I don't drain the grease out of my meat and stuff after I brown it. I mean, I think grease adds flavor.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
beef tallow. Yeah, no doubt. Chuck said I did just buy one of those porcelain coated Dutch ovens for home, easier to clean and such, just like the heat retention.
I'm wanting one of those.
So yeah,
I have one of those also by Lodge, and I started doing my chilies and any real acidy stuff or tomato based stuff in it. Not really for the cleanup value as much as I hate how, like, having chili over the fire for 6 hours or even on the stove for 6 hours or whatnot, it just discolors my seasoning, and I like my seasoning pretty,
Yeah. Hey, Billy just made it, so, and Lisa's got to bounce out. She said, nice seeing you, Dan, and everyone else, have a good night. Lisa, we appreciate you. Take care, and we'll be in touch, so have a good one. Billy says, how big is the biggest fish you've caught?
I swear it was, I don't know. I mean, I've caught some 26-inch walleye out of this lake. This year, the biggest fish I've caught is probably a 13 or 14-inch walleye. I mean, I don't know. I mean, this is just a little lake in Indiana. We're not down south where you guys have a longer growing season for your fish.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd say probably a 26-inch walleye is probably the biggest I've ever caught.
Wow, that's crazy. Oh, do you like junk food?
Yes and no. I don't eat a lot of junk food, but yes, I do like it when I eat it. Especially a candy bar. I love my Snickers bar. That and Reese cups are probably my go-to as far as junk.
Okay. Yeah, I love them Snickers too. My favorite, I think, is a Payday. But anyway. Now, my favorite junk food, I guess if you want to get into it, it's ice cream. Do you like ice cream?
No, I eat very, very little ice cream. Occasionally, if we go have lunch at the Dairy Queen or whatnot, I'll get one of those real small sundaes or something. But no, I don't eat a lot of ice cream.
Yeah. I'm pretty upset if all I have is a little ice cream, So, but anyway, that's just me. I was just saying. But anyway, you drink coffee? I'm sure you do.
Yes, I do.
How do you take it? Black, or do you put something in it?
I take it right out of the pot.
Right out of the pot. Me too. Coleman says, "Is the Payday candy bar keto?" Yeah, it's probably kind of. It's sort of in the keto realm, but I wouldn't swear to it. Anyone want to share a good ribeye steak recipe? Billy's Ghost is asking. So, heat your cast iron up, put a little grease in it, a little bacon grease, and put a little salt on it. And I hardly pepper mine until a little bit later. Some people salt and pepper it, but pepper will burn, and so I usually wait and pepper mine a little bit later, or put a little bit of Uncle Steve's shake on it after I pull it out, after cooking it the way I want to get it to the doneness I want, and just let it sit on a plate and rest and soak up that Uncle Steve's, and we're good to go. So, Fiery Pot Kitchen, good to have you in the house with us again. Hadn't seen you in a while, but good to have you back. So, good to see you, my friend. All right. Well, let me ask you something. Now we got to get a little serious here. Now, is a hot dog a sandwich?
Just put that up there.
Yeah, it's between two pieces of bread. I mean, when I was growing up, I mean, you grab a slice of bread out of the thing and put your hot dog on it. And we didn't buy buns.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess it could be in the sandwich. I mean, it's meat between a piece of bread.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you, man. I remember hearing the word buns. I thought that was some kind of dinner roll, you know, or something. But, hey, the buns are in the oven, you know. We didn't know what a hot dog bun was. It was just a piece of white bread, you know. My favorite thing to do is slap on 2 or 3 pieces of bacon and squeeze that white bread like you're squeezing the life out of it, and then sit there and chew on that. That's a sandwich to me right there. I can eat that. I do sausage that way too, you know. It don't matter if it's sausage or bacon. I'm going to do it.
I like a bacon sandwich with a slice of onion and a little bit of mayonnaise.
Yeah. Lana with Pinch of Cooking has got to bounce out here. I didn't even see her and acknowledge her earlier, and I apologize, but good to have you with us and everything. Good to see you. And
Is she leaving or coming in?
Oh, she's coming in. Good.
I'm not sure.
Hey, thanks for helping me out, Teresa. You know, I don't know if I'm coming or
Is
going.
leaving
You know,
or coming?
so it's my bad. Sorry about that, Dan. I get a little off rail every now and then. You know, I might just wheels start coming off there after a while. But let's see. Rhonda says she likes the Cavender's Greek seasoning on your steak. So I guess what we were talking
that's
about.
what she's talking about.
Yeah. And Chuck said gator shake on fish, spicy R on steak. Yeah. What else?
I agree with him. I actually put the gator shake on my French fries when I cook them.
Yeah. What is it?
Pizza.
Oh, pizza. You like pizza, Dan?
Yes, I do.
Do you make it?
I will pull it out of the freezer and put it in the oven.
Yeah. Have you? You had never made one in cast iron?
Yeah, actually, I have. I haven't shot a video. I do like a Chicago style deep dish occasionally, but I've probably only made that about 5 or 6 times in my whole life.
Yeah, I heard that. Well, here's where you either gain friends or lose friends. So I got a question for you. Is it okay to put pineapple on a pizza?
I don't judge you if you put pineapple on your pizza, but you're not putting it on mine.
I'm not putting it on yours, but it's okay for you to eat it, right? Okay. I'm with you. That's a good answer, man. That's a good way just to dodge all that. So I see how you're doing there. Okay. That's cool. All right. Let's do a little comparison here. What's your favorite, hamburgers or hot dogs?
Hamburgers.
Okay. How do you like it?
Medium.
Yeah. What kind of stuff you like to put on it?
Mustard.
All right.
Bacon.
Yay.
Cheese.
Yeah.
More bacon. Sometimes some barbecue sauce.
Yeah. There you go. Cool. I love it. What kind of, you talking about putting cheese? What is it?
Pineapple goes with everything.
Yeah, pineapple goes with
Yes.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hear you, Lana. What was I asking? What kind of cheese do you like?
Oh, it depends on what I'm making. I mean, you know, if I'm doing like an Italian beef sandwich, I like my provolone.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm doing like a patty melt, I like my Swiss. If I'm just getting off of work and all I'm going to have is a wish sandwich, you know, where you wish you had a little more meat to put on it, I just grab a couple of slices of American cheese and put on there.
Yeah. Yeah, I've had some of them wish sandwiches before, but anyway, that'll make it. Hey, you know, when you was a kid, did you eat the crust off the bread, or did you peel that off?
He ate the crust.
I guarantee you, I ate the crust.
He did.
And trust me, at my house, you ate what they put in front of you. I'm the youngest of three boys.
Yeah.
You know, we had Mom would throw the food in the center of the table, and you know, we'd go after it. There was no leftovers with three growing boys in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you. All right, you say the youngest of three boys. Are you the baby of the family, or just the youngest of three boys?
I'm the baby of the family. I don't have any sisters.
Yeah, me too. I'm the baby of the family. We rule the roost, don't we?
I don't know, but I tried.
I hear you. Billy says more bacon is more better. So that's for sure. But anyway, hey, talking about steaks, you know, earlier we were talking about a fatty ribeye, but which would you prefer, beef steak or pork steak?
Beef.
Beef steak. Okay, cool. Condiments. Mustard, mayonnaise, or ketchup? What is it?
You put that back up.
Mustard.
Mustard, yeah. I'm a big mustard eater. I eat that on everything. I even put mustard in white beans, man.
I like the taste of mustard. I use it a lot. I very rarely put ketchup on anything, including my French fries. I very rarely put ketchup on them.
Yeah. I like my ketchup now. I got a nephew that has his own personal bottle. Ever since he was born, he's always carried around his own personal bottle. I remember when we was growing up, there was always 2 bottles of ketchup around, you know, one for Randy and one for everybody else. He's still that way. He's in his 50s and he's still like that. So, I don't know. But anyway.
Here's your one.
What food did you hate as a kid that you find yourself liking now?
Probably shrimp. For some reason, when I was younger, I just didn't really like the flavor of it. And now we eat shrimp all the time, and I love it.
Yeah.
Maybe when I was a kid, someone wasn't cooking it right. I now cook it right.
Yeah. It doesn't take long to cook shrimp, does it?
No.
Billy's Ghost says I'm sorry.
Total of maybe 4 minutes.
Yeah. Billy's Ghost says we were talking about steaks. You like grain-fed or grass-fed?
I don't care. I eat it.
Just as long as it's cut up, right?
Plain old check. Love the heels.
Yeah.
Bread.
As long as it's on my plate, it's fine.
Yeah. Oh, no, Rhonda. Rhonda, please tell me Billy's not the baby of the family, too. Oh, Lord. You sure don't ever want to get me and Billy and Dan together. I can assure you that. Oh, we're liable to end up in jail or something. My goodness. Hey, what would someone, what would your friends say about you? Let's go that route.
To my face or when I'm not around?
Well, I mean, we go either way, however you want to answer that. As a matter of fact, I want to hear both answers, really, now that you brought that up.
Right, well, I would assume most people would say, you know, I'm a very outgoing person. I like everybody. I think I have many friends. Not sure if they consider me a friend, but I think I have many friends. But I think people would say that at times I'm a little coarse and stern. I mean, I don't sugarcoat stuff. I mean, if I wanted to sugarcoat things, I would have worked at the donut place, you know.
That's good, man. That's good. Well, we'll get back to food here a little bit. You were talking about French fries. You'd like to put ketchup or no, mustard on your fries, but what is your favorite? Tater tots, French fries, or onion rings?
I'd have to say French fries.
Yeah? Do you make your own?
No.
No, you don't cut up home fries? Make your own French fries? No. Dude, you got to do that in cast iron. You got to fry that up. I mean, you just got to. I got a video about that. You can go over my channel and check it out. I mean, you got to do that, Dan. That's the way to go, man.
Does he make fried taters?
I tell you what, it's so good you can put a plate of that
I
on.
do make fried taters.
Yeah,
I'll
you
take
go.
a potato and put it on my mandolin, and I'll slice it thin, and
there you go.
oh yeah.
Okay.
Put it in the cast iron, put a little heavy cream and some cheese in there.
See,
and
I know him
that's
better
good
than you
eating.
do.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to go get me a cup of coffee. You and Teresa can.
On top.
That's funny right there. I don't care who you are. All right, I got a question now. Is cereal, is that a soup?
That's the goofiest question.
I cannot remember the last time I had cereal. So, I
Really?
mean, it's whatever you make it.
Yeah,
I mean, if I'm going to eat breakfast, it's going to be some bacon, some sausage, couple eggs, and,
Yeah.
if I'm going to sit down and eat breakfast, I'm going to eat something.
Yeah. Going to have something stick to your ribs, ain't you? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I hear you. All right. Well, what kind of weird food combination have you ever eaten? I mean, mine I think is kind of weird. Really, maybe not, but peanut butter, jelly, honey, and Karo syrup.
That's not too weird.
It ain't too weird, but it's just weird.
Just makes you hyper.
I would have to say, and my wife, she said she ate it as a kid, and she started fixing it for me after we got married and everything. She'll take peanut butter, put sliced bananas on it, and then put honey on it.
Mm-hmm.
And, make a sandwich like that. And
Good.
when she first made me one, I was like, oh my goodness, the divorce is coming because I'm going to hurt her feelings. But
It
no,
was
it's
special.
good. I like it. Yeah, I like
It's
it a lot.
good. I can't
Yeah,
eat it, but
no
it's
doubt.
good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of food have you never eaten that you'd like to try?
I don't know. I'd like to go out west sometime, hunting and maybe get an elk or something. I've never had elk.
Yeah.
I live here in Indiana. We have a lot of deer, squirrel. I've eaten all that. That or I've never had wild boar. And
Oh yeah.
the one running out in the wild ought to taste great.
Yeah, they do. I've had it. Our church here in town, it's actually about 6 miles away where Teresa grew up, a little small community. Every year we have a wild game supper and invite men from all around the county. And I've had wild boar several times. Pretty good if you know how to cook it. Of course, everybody out there is all old cast iron cooks and everything too. So I mean, it's all cooked up good. You never get anything bad, and you never go away hungry. That's for sure. But I just wanted to share something with you here. Billy says, "I'm not sure that I'm your friend, Dan, but I would hold your hair back while you puked." So that friends like that, you got to make sure.
Sure.
Huh?
No,
Well,
no.
Billy already knows I have more hair on my face than I do on the top of my head, so there's not a whole lot of hair to hold back.
That's not even
I
right.
mean, I wear the hat for sunscreen.
Yeah, I hear you.
You better go.
Hey, on chili, you like it with beans or without beans?
I know everybody in the South's going to hate me and everybody in Texas, but I put beans in my chili.
I do too.
I actually
I
put
love it.
three
Still
different
like
types of
that.
beans in my chili.
Yeah. Yeah, I made a video about a 3-bean chili not long ago, and I'm the same way, man. I love it, But I mean, I lived in Texas for many years. When I left home as a kid, I went out and worked in the oil field for a good while, and then later on, I moved out of Midland, Odessa area to the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, and so I lived there for many, many years until I moved back home to be closer to my mom and dad before they both passed away. But I've eaten it both ways. I've eaten it with beans, but down there they most generally don't put beans in their chili. And how about goat meat now? I used to eat a bunch of goat meat in Texas. You ever eaten any goat meat?
Yeah, I have. Actually, what's funny is me and my brother were just talking about that today, because he's thinking about taking his wife to an Indian restaurant, and he asked me if I'd ever had goat. And one of my dad's good friends used to raise goats, and he had a real nice smoker. He owned a machine shop, so he made this smoker out of stainless steel, and the thing was huge. Parties and stuff, and he actually smoked a goat, and it was good. It was very good.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I love barbecue goat, no doubt. Billy's Ghost says, have you ever had moose? And what was your favorite moose dish if you have?
I haven't had moose. I've ordered some other stuff, but by the time I was hunting age and stuff, of course, when I was little, we used to go down to your neck of the woods in Arkansas, where my mom's family's from. But you know, I did some fishing and would go after grouse and stuff down there. But I've never been out west hunting for moose, elk, or anything like that. You know, I've had buffalo because they sell it in the stores around here.
Yeah, yeah. What part of Arkansas, roughly, general area?
I don't know if you've ever heard of Greenbrier or not, just north of Conway.
Yeah.
That's where my mom's mom was born and raised, and everything. I mean, and we used to go down and visit them all the time when my grandma's family was still younger and everything. And
yeah. That's cool. Yeah. Wow.
Beautiful area around there.
Yeah, it really is. Sure is. I'm going to ask you a few trivia, if I can spit that out, a few trivia questions, if you don't mind, and then we'll try to wind it down. We're about an hour and a half into this thing.
You can see him now.
Yeah, I can see him real good now. His video is real clear. How you doing, Dan?
Well, it's because my lights finally it's dark out here, and my lights that I turned on, so hopefully you guys could have seen me at the beginning, are just now really starting to work because I'm facing the west, and when the sun was setting, all the shadows and stuff were going across me. But like I told you before we hopped on, I wanted to be as far away from all the dock traffic and stuff so we didn't get interrupted by everybody on the dock.
It was nice scenery, though. We enjoyed it. Yeah, we enjoy the scenery.
Mark says there's no such thing as a bad piece of moose. Lana says goat is really tender and has a nice flavor. Yeah, no doubt about it.
Talking about peanut butter sandwiches.
Peanut butter, peanut butter and jelly. I love it. Crunchy. It's got to be crunchy. What peanut butter you like, Dan? Creamy or crunchy? Huh? Crunchy?
Creamy.
Oh, creamy. Well, you broke up on me there a little bit.
You
sure you didn't say crunchy?
No, he said creamy.
Oh,
if it'll make you happier, yeah.
Oh man, you said earlier you're a little bit rough around the edges at times, being the baby of the family. So I got to ask you got any pet peeves?
Yeah, I got a lot of pet peeves, but I mean, you know,
just give us your number one. What's a thing you just aggravates the fire out of you?
I really hate
breaking up on me.
Getting interrupted, just really just, you know.
Yeah.
You know, you're dealing with someone, you're talking to someone, and I'm sure I did it when I was a kid to my parents, you know, but I don't know. I mean, I think people should wait their turn.
Yeah. I guess he won't be back on my show.
That and all the pajama pants at Walmart when I go to Walmart.
I was going to say, you probably won't be back on my show then. I interrupt you all night, haven't I?
Oh, it's your show. You're allowed to.
I'm liking this guy more and more as we go. I tell you what, I know we could hang out. What's one thing that no one knows about you or would ever believe? You got anything that someone might not really believe about you that we don't know?
He may not want to tell us.
He may not.
The one thing people are shocked about, and of course, if you've ever watched my videos, you know how my hand situation is and everything. And when I tell them I have bowled a 300 game in the league, they just kind of look at me and don't even realize I could hold a bowling ball.
Wow. That's awesome. You bowl pretty regular?
I quit probably back in 06 or 07. I tore a muscle in my shoulder, and then I started getting back into it a few years ago when my boy started getting into it, and I blew my knee out. I'm just now, I just joined a league again, and I'm starting to get back into it now because the boy now beats me all the time at bowling, so I got to get better again. Which actually, a shout out to him and his bowling team. They finished third in the state of Indiana this year.
Wow.
Out of
That's
189 bowling teams in the state of Indiana.
cool.
That's
Wow,
great.
that's awesome. Yeah, shout out. No doubt about it. What'd you want to be when you was a child?
An adult.
And an adult. Wanted to grow up quick, right?
Yeah. And now as an adult, I want to be a kid.
Exactly.
It came way too quick, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
They told us it would, and we wouldn't listen. But
That was
anyway,
great. That was a
golly,
great
That's the
answer.
best answer we've had. Yeah,
It was great.
no doubt. I don't even know where to go from there. You got any hobbies?
I love hiking. I love fishing. I love the outdoors. I used to do a lot of hunting. I don't really anymore. You know, when my grandfather passed away years ago, you know, he's who me and my brothers went hunting with, and you know, things change when you get older. But
Yeah.
Right.
you know, I'm right here by a lake, so yeah, I still fish.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
still hike. Anything to
Yeah.
do with the outdoors.
What was the most memorable place you ever went?
As a kid, I always liked going down to Arkansas because we'd go to Grizz Ferry Lake,
Yeah.
Oh,
and I loved Grizz Ferry Lake. Then when I got older, and of course, same place I asked my wife to marry me at, Orange Beach, Alabama, down there, you know, on the Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah.
So both of those, as far as memorable places, because my family's always gone down to Gulf Shores for vacation, and actually we meet a lot of my family from Arkansas that come down at the same time.
Yeah.
And but yeah, as a kid going to Arkansas, visiting my grandma's family and everything, you know, as a childhood memory really sticks out in my head.
Yeah. Well, that was one of my questions. Was what was one of the best vacations you have ever had? Was it going down to Gulf Shores or somewhere else?
Well, since on one of our vacations I asked my wife to marry me, I'd have to say the trip to Orange Beach, Alabama, when I asked the wife to marry me.
Yeah.
That,
And she
'cause
said
yes. So that has to be the best vacation ever.
That's a good thing right there. You know, you just never know when you ask that question, you know, what the answer's going to be sometimes. But
Well,
anyway.
I had a little bit of an inkling what she was going to say because before I asked it, I explained to her that she was 12 hours from her nearest family member. And I drove.
Oh, man, that's awesome. I love it. Hey, what's one of the favorite ways for you to spend the day off?
Oh, unfortunately, with only getting one day off a week, and I have 3 yards to take care of and stuff. Sometimes I just hope it rains on my day off. So, because the wife, she gets off of work early. She goes in early, but she gets off of work by 1 in the afternoon. She works 5 a.m. to 1. Just hanging out with her on a day
Yeah.
off. Because with her work schedule, she works 7 days a week a lot of times, or 6 days a week. If she gets a day off, it's usually Sunday. Well, on the weekends, this lake's crazy, so I can't take a weekend off. I
Yeah.
take Tuesdays off. So, you know, anytime I get to spend with her on a day off is good time.
Yeah, I heard that.
Sweet.
Billy said we've got that you've got the best backdrop of any guest I've ever had on the show, and I think I'd probably have to agree.
That's nice. Yes.
And you know this isn't a green screen with a picture because I've seen several boats go behind me since we
Yeah.
And
started.
birds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
birds too. Let's see. Another couple quick questions, and we'll call it good. Let's see. What is the spiciest? I know you like spicy food. You talked about it earlier, but what's one of the spiciest things you've ever eaten?
We went to a restaurant, that Quaker Steak and Lube or whatnot, and I tried and my stomach did not like me for that one. And I like
Yeah.
spicy stuff, and my stomach just, I pretty much ruined my dinner.
Yeah, I heard that. Wow. What's your favorite holiday?
I would have to say Christmas, just because now that we're older and families moved away and stuff, Christmas Eve, we all meet at my mom and dad's house. I get to see all my nieces and nephews. You know, my one brother that doesn't live in this area anymore. I got a nephew that lives out in Colorado now, so he's always back for the holidays.
Yeah.
So I'd say Christmas.
Yeah. If you won the lottery, what would you do with the money?
The first thing I would probably do, there's a charity in Connorsville that buys Christmas every year for all the underprivileged children of Fayette County. And I would probably make sure they're solvent for a lot of years because they do a lot of good work. Like I said, they buy a lot of Christmas for kids that won't get any other Christmas or any other presents.
That's nice. That's good.
Well, if you had a hidden treasure, where would you bury it?
I don't know. I'd probably in my backyard. I don't know. That's the dumbass. I don't know. I could think it right here in the lake. I mean,
it's a dumb question. Yeah.
All right. We'll get a little serious now. Okay. Well, we got a question here. Billy's Ghost has got one here. It says, what are your future plans and dreams for your YouTube channel? Yeah, we asked that a little bit earlier, but anyway.
Well, like I said, you know, I'm hoping to get back to doing weekly videos. It's just been real tough because, like I said, work got super busy because when everybody didn't have to go to work, they bought a camper, they bought a boat, and it just made this place crazy, which is good for us. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, if the business is making money, they can pay me my paycheck. So, you know, and then I can pay my bills and I can make YouTube videos. Unfortunately, I haven't had the time to make them.
Yeah. I hear you. Well, I got 2 or 3 more questions here, and we're going to call it good because I'm getting show. I know I do that all the time. Everybody says that. I say that 7 or 8 times. But anyway, what kind of dish would you take to a potluck?
Oh yeah.
Either a green bean casserole or a broccoli casserole. Because that's something I think everybody would like.
Yeah.
I wouldn't try to make something that some people might like, some people wouldn't, you know?
Yeah. Okay.
That's a good one.
Well, what are you most grateful for, buddy?
Being alive, having this beautiful view behind me, having a beautiful wife. You know, I've had a decent life. I mean, I have. I mean, we're not rich by any means. We're not poor by any means. You know, we're just strictly middle class people. But you know, we got good family. We got good friends. You know, I'm lucky at my age. I still have my mom and dad. You know, my wife, unfortunately, she's already lost her dad. But we've been blessed. I mean, we have each other. We have good friends.
Yeah.
And you're rich.
You yeah, no doubt. Do you have any regrets in life?
Uh-oh. Think he...
Are you froze up, Dan?
Yeah, can you repeat that? I just...
Yeah, you froze there for... Yeah, you froze up there for a minute. I was just asking you, do you have any regrets in life?
Well, I mean, it's easy to have regrets in life, but I don't think I'd be the man I am today if I wouldn't have made those mistakes.
Right.
You know, have I made mistakes? Yes, all of us have. And I've made some stupid mistakes in life.
Yeah.
But it's made me who I am, so I would have to say, no, I don't really regret any of it.
Yeah. That's good. Billy says, who's your all-time favorite YouTuber? And he answered that for you. It was Mr. Cast Iron.
No, that was at Mr. Cast Iron.
Did you hear that, Dan?
Oh.
He's froze up again.
Froze up.
Oh, okay. Billy said, who's your all-time favorite YouTuber? And he answered that and said it was Mr. Cast Iron.
Actually, I would say it's Rhonda Strong.
Oh, hey, boy, he's sucking up too. He's like Coleman, ain't he? My goodness, let's move on here.
That was good.
Yeah, that was real good. Hey, if you were arrested without any explanation, what were your friends and family assume that you had done?
Didn't shut up.
Kind of like old Ron White said, I had the right to remain silent, but I didn't have the ability, right?
That describes
That's
me
you.
at times.
I've been there and done that. That's oh my goodness. That was funny right there. Hey, how can people follow you, Dan?
Well, unfortunately, a week and a half ago, my Facebook account got stolen, hacked, whatever, and I have no access to it. And that had my Dan's Outdoor Cooking page on it. So until I get some stuff figured out, I have one brother that's in the IT business. He's going to help me because I don't want to go through all that work again without having enough security on it to make sure it doesn't get gone. So you can follow me on YouTube, of course, and then my Instagram account, which is at Dan Cooking, I think, because they wouldn't do Dan's Outdoor Cooking. I don't know. I'd have to actually look at my Instagram account, but you can find me on there.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm trying to scroll up here and find. Steven's got that in here.
Is that it?
Let's see. There we go. Facebook may be off, but Dan's Outdoor Cooking. Twitter. Let's see.
Yeah, I do have Twitter also. Yeah, I forgot about that.
And then there's a
There's
YouTube
Instagram.
channel, and there's your Instagram. So it's Dan's Outdoor Cooking. So, but anyway, Lee with Smoking Bears just popped in, said he's listening, but he's driving, and we're fixing to call it a night, Lee. We appreciate you being here, though, buddy. No
Hey,
doubt.
Lee,
So,
watch my sauteed radish video and try it. You'll like it.
yeah. Folks, if you've not yet been over to Dan's channel, be sure and go check him out. Check out his videos. Give him a thumbs up, and if you have not yet subscribed to him, subscribe to him. Tell him you've seen him on over here at Mr. Cast Iron's channel, and also likewise, if you've not yet hit the thumbs up button on this channel or on this video, we'd appreciate you if you give us a thumbs up tonight. And but anyway, Dan, I always like to close out like this. What would you like to say to the people in the chat room tonight, or to your subscribers, or both? You got anything you'd like to say before we go?
Yeah, well, first of all, thank you very much for watching this interview. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. I love the fact you watch my videos, you comment on my videos. You took time out of your Sunday evening to be with us tonight. I want to thank Mr. and Mrs. Cast Iron for inviting me to be on your show. That means a whole lot to me also. And everybody just please have a safe and blessed week coming up.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Well, we certainly appreciate you being a good sport, and we certainly appreciate you being on here with us, and we look forward to maybe doing it again sometime, but we'll be certainly supporting you and watching things that you do. And so, but anyway, folks,
You got to say this one.
Wait a minute.
Bacon is parchment paper.
Bacon
It's
is
from
parchment.
one of his videos.
Yeah. There you go, Dan. I remember that.
Yeah, it is. Parchment
It
paper for your
is.
Dutch oven.
There you go. There's the favorite quote of the night from Dan, Outdoor Cooking. So, folks, bacon is parchment paper. We appreciate all you guys being here. We love you guys. If there's anything we can do for you, give us a holler. We'll be back, Lord willing, next Sunday night with who we got? Grace's Chef Grace's
Grace.
place. And so we appreciate that. And from me and Dan, Mrs. Cast Iron, you guys have a great night, and we'll see you next time. Take care. It's Mike over here at Mr. Cast Iron.